Hello and welcome to another Stamp with Amy K Facebook Live. And today, my special pre-order that I got to do when I attended the OnStage event this weekend in Jacksonville has arrived. So it's here in time for the video. I'm so happy about that. Just wanted you all to be able to take a peek at some of the new goodies that are coming from Stampin' Up! In the Sale-a-bration Brochure and in the mini catalog. I also have a card ready to go, so I'll show you a quick peek at that if we have time. Hopefully we will have time, but I do have to get my daughter from the bus at about 2:55. So if I can get everything done by 2:55, then we are good to go. But I figured that y'all would probably want to see the new goodies first thing. So we'll do the card as the second step. If I can get everything else done and show you everything else and have plenty of time to get the card done, then we will go ahead and do that. So, all right, let me make sure that we are live and broadcasting. It looks like we are. I'm hoping that everything is good to go here. All right, so it looks like we're good. All right, so we're here. So again, this is the Sale-a-bration Brochure. Sale-a-bration starts on January 5th this year and runs through February 28th. And you'll be seeing lots more stuff from the Sale-a-bration Brochure. And I've got some of the items here that are available in it. And so we'll be checking all those out, everything that I got so far. There, like I said, there are a couple things that weren't available on the pre-order. So I'll show you what I got. Unfortunately, I can't open up the inside. It's one of those weird Stampin' Up! Rules that I'm not allowed to open up catalogs and show you the inside until the 5th of January. But for now, you can look at the outside and see what I got, and hopefully that'll give you kind of a good hint on what's coming. So this is the mini catalog. This also ordering starts on January 5th, and it runs through the end of April. Actually, I think it runs through May 1st. So, sorry, the dog just came running in. She's making a racket. So, all right, so it's a little different this year. The minis were going for 6 months. For this next year, they're going to be 4 months. So it's going to go January to the end of April, actually, 1st of May. All right. So, hey, Elise and Vicky and Pam, I'm glad y'all are joining today. So that is the front cover of the mini catalog. So take a peek at that, and let's start showing off some good stuff. Okay, I will start with one of the new suites. And there's stuff already flying and falling all over. And I apologize, I do not know. I'm not very good at the names of all the stuff yet, so I'm working on it. But this is one of the suites with, hey Jeanette, with 2 stamp sets in it and 2 sets of dies. So it's got 2 bundles plus some pretty papers and embellishments. So we will start with the first. This is the two-tone Flora stamp set, which obviously it's one of those that's a double time stamping. Is that what this is called? 2-step stamping, not double time. 2-step stamping. And it is a photopolymer, and it is really, really pretty. And I saw a lot of projects made with this at the event in Jacksonville, so lots of pretty things. And then there is a great set of two-tone Flora dies. So this is one of those kind of larger background dies, which some of our newer die sets have got those. And then there are these dies that cut out the stamped images. So again, these are designed to stamp one on top of the other. And then there are dies to cut out all the little stamped images, except for this one I don't think has a die. But other than that, all the other images in the stamp set do have a die, so love that. And again, this is part of a larger suite. I know I love all the new stuff, so I'm glad y'all are hopping in and joining today. So, so again, this is the two-tone Flora stamp set bundle, which has got some beautiful dies and a stamp set. And then in that same suite, there's also the Something Fancy stamp set and Something Fancy dies. So I don't know why I keep flipping them over just to double check that I'm correct, but Stampin' Up! Has started naming, at least for now, the names of their stamp sets and their die sets are now the same. So it makes it easier for people like me who have brains that can't remember all the words, especially when they're just a little bit different. So this is the Something Fancy bundle. So again, it's got a great set of sentiments. Love the mixed fonts in this. And again, it's part of the same suite of products from the new mini catalog. So, hey, Marilyn, glad you're here. And yes, it is beautiful. It is definitely beautiful. So love this stamp set. And then there are coordinating dies that are kind of more bannery and tag type dies. These little dies within the die set are actually designed to sit up here on these tag dies, and you can cut out like little flowers pretty on the tag dies, or the little hole just, got the little hole in it, or the little leafy image. So that's what they're designed for, is that these are designed to kind of layer inside the tags on this die set. So, hey, glad you were here. So glad you were able to get on, Darlene, and Barbara as well, and Tracy, yes. So, all right, so this is the Something Fancy stamp set bundle. Then in that same suite, there are some really pretty gems. These are the iridescent pastel gems, and I probably should know the colors in these, but I don't. And I know that they're going to be the same ones from the designer papers, so I'll find out in just a second. But they are, so again, some of the really pretty pastel gems, I guess is what they're called. So they're like, we have some iridescent ones that are similar to this in the current catalog, but this is a nice, set of gems. And there's some ribbon. This is Pool Party, and it is 3/8 inch grow green ribbon. And again, just a pretty kind of silky Pool Party ribbon. So I'll hold that up for a second, so hopefully you can see it. All right. And let me set that aside and pull out the Designer Series paper. So there is a 6x6 Designer Series paper pack that coordinates with this, and it's called Fancy Flora. And the colors are Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Night of Navy, Orchid Oasis, Pool Party, Soft Sea Foam, Soft Suede, and Soft Succulent. So that is a lot of colors. So, all right, so I'll flip through this. I'm not going to take forever to show it to you, but I'll just kind of flip through and show you fronts and backs. So this is that pretty kind of, I'm sure is it acrylic paint that does this? I'm not sure what the name of it is. But again, just lots of the pretty pastel colors in it. Great background colors, great background images. And then I love this one that's got the little flowers on it. So that one's pretty cool. And then we've got another one with the pretty pastels. Love the blues on that one with the lighter and the pink background. There's pretty purples, and again, just kind of the shades of green and a little bit of gold in there. At least in maybe that's soft suede. It looks kind of gold to me, but I think it's supposed to be soft suede. All right, so there we've got grays and pinks. And here we've got some more of the greens, greens, orange, calypso-y, all that kind of color. All right. Glad y'all are enjoying it. Yep, definitely pretty. All right, flipping that over. And then we've got the backside on this one. And this is more kind of a florally look to it. And then I love this one as well. So I don't know, the neutral shades on this one I think are really pretty with the flowers. All right, there's the backside of that. So again, that is the Fancy Flora 6x6 Designer Series paper, and it's part of the whole big suite. And then the last thing in this suite is a pack of shimmer paper. It is called Fine Shimmer Paper, and it's 12 by 12. Obviously, there are 2 sheets of all 3 colors in there, so a total of 6 sheets of paper. And it is Fresh Freesia, Soft Succulent, and Gold. And I think it's really beautiful. It's different than the kind of glimmer papers that we have. It's a much smoother texture to it, but very fine and shimmery and really, really pretty. So there's the Fresh Freesia. And then here is the Soft Succulent. So beautiful colors in this. Again, all 3 colors, you get a 12 by 12 or 2 12 by 12 sheets of each color in the pack. And I know the color gets weird on it depending on exactly how I hold it in the light. So hopefully you got a good look at that. But again, that's all part of that same suite of products. Whoa, it almost went tumbling onto the floor. So, all right, the next up suite is definitely not floral. Well, it's kind of floral, but it's not really. So it is called Desert Details, and it does have a desert flower on it, but this is one that I think you could really easily use for masculine cards. So it's got some really great dies with it. This one, obviously these 2 cut out the flower images, and then there's a frame that goes with it, and a border die, and kind of a greenery die, and an Aztec looking die. So definitely something a little different, not floral. Well, not completely floral, I should say. So again, some good sentiments in this one. Definitely like it a lot. It's a bundle, again, Desert Details bundle, Desert Details stamp set, and Desert Details dies. And this is a cling set, so it's the one with the red rubber on it. And in that same suite, there are some gold faceted adhesive back sequins. So these are obviously all gold, but just different. I don't know if it's easier to see them on the white, but just different shapes, and they're adhesive back which I definitely love because I'm not a big fan of having to try to glue sequins down because I end up gluing them to my darn fingers and never to the paper. So, all right. So we've got the sequins, and then next up we have got some faux velvet trim. This is 1/2 inch wide, and it is pale papaya in color. So it's a little bit thicker, and again, it's kind of got that velvet feel to it. So hopefully you can see a little bit of the texture here. I'll hold it up for a second. Hopefully the camera will catch it. All right. So then we have got the Delicate Desert 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. And the colors in this paper are Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Gray Granite, Pale Papaya, Petal Pink, and Soft Succulent. So again, this is 12 by 12 paper, and I'll just kind of flip through. So we got the front of this one, and then flip it over. Here's the back side, which has got, it's really cool. I love it. It's kind of almost like a desert scene on the back of it. And then we've got this one is kind of an Aztec print, and flip it over, and it's sort of a, I don't know, textured print, I guess. Almost looks like fabric to me. And then this one, we've got kind of the Aztec theme and print going on. And the background of it, or the backside of it, is also really pretty. I love the kind of, I don't know, this isn't really an Aztec design, but I don't know, it's cool. I like that one actually. And then polka dots, which is always one of my favorite patterns in any pack. Backside is a little bit, kind of a really soft neutral, soft succulent. And then this one is kind of, again, the Aztec print to it. Backside, again, has got the Aztec print, a little bit more of the Cajun Craze color in that one. And then this one, again, looks almost like a, you know, kind of a desert sunset or desert mountains or something like that is sort of what that looks like to me. And then the backside of it has got a little bit of the kind of Aztec look print on it. So again, that is the Delicate Desert 12 by 12 Designer Series paper pack. And it's all part of that same suite with the desert details. And then there is a really pretty set. This is the Dry Brush Metallic 12 by 12 specialty paper. It's Cajun Craze, Petal Pink, and Soft Succulent for the colors. And there are 2 of each of these in the pack. They're very shiny, so I don't know. It's a little hard to show you the colors in them. And then the other one is kind of the blues and greens colors to me. The back sides of them are white, so they're just plain on the back. But yeah, lots of pretties and shinies. So yes, lots of good things, lots of good things. So glad you're hopping in, Carol. So, all right. Oh, one more suite. This is the Seaside Bay suite, and it's obviously the Seaside Bay stamp set, and lots of pretty little beach images in it, some fun or some pretty sentiments in it. Your pearl, rare and precious, is a little sentiment in there. Thank you for everything. And then there's a heartfelt sympathy sentiment as well. So love the kind of hand-drawn look of the images in here, a little more realistic looking. So those are really pretty. And then we have the Seaside Bay dies. Seaside Bay dies is what I'm trying to say. And obviously all the stamped images on here have the coordinating die cuts. And then there's this cute little clam shell. Is it oyster shell? Oyster shell, I think is what this is. And it actually is designed to fold in half in the middle and make like a little oyster-shaped card if you wanted to do that. Or you can cut it in half or use it however you would like. But that's how it was designed, is to make it into a little oyster-shaped card. And there's some accessory dies here, little shells, kind of seagrass look. And then this is like a waterline or a beach type die cut as well. So that is the Seaside Bay stamp set bundle, which, yep, I love that one too. I saw some little hearts and things fly by. So then we have the flat adhesive backed pearls, and this is kind of a big pack of those. And to me, they have that kind of iridescent look to them, but they are flat. So yay, glad that you're catching the live too, Deb. So but they're definitely flat and should be pretty easy to mail. So they're pretty. It's a peel and stick, and there are 80 of them in the pack. So I'm assuming there are probably 40 of each, but I did not count. Well, maybe not 40 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. 20 of the bigger, and it looks like 60 of the smaller, maybe is what it looks like in the pack, which is good because I usually tend to use the smaller ones a lot more than the bigger ones. So the Seaside Bay bundle is really pretty. I love it, and love the whole coordinating suite with it as well. So next up we have Balmy Blue and White variegated ribbon. It's a 1/2 inch wide, and it's really soft. It's kind of like the seam binding ribbon feel almost. It's not it's not crinkled like our current seam binding is, but it's the really pretty balmy blue and white, just kind of subtle, very subtle ribbon. And one of the demonstrators at the event this weekend showed us that you can color this ribbon as well. So if you don't necessarily love the two-tone of it, you can color it whatever color you want because it's light enough that that will work. So again, balmy blue and white ribbon. Next up, one of the things that I actually love the most about this suite is the By the Bay 6x6 Specialty Designer Series paper. Colors are Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, Mint Macaron, Night of Navy, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Sahara Sand. So lots of pretty colors in this one. And this is a specialty pack, so it's got the little shimmer in it. So we've got a little seashell look to this one with the Sahara Sand in the background. Again, this one's more of, I don't know, kind of almost an ocean look to it. Love the little gold trim in this one. Flipping it over and we got some seashells here. This one's really cool with the little gold fish on it. Love it that the, looks like a little school of fish swimming around. And then we've got birds on the back, and let me grab the dies because I do believe that, yep, the dies cut out the little birds in here as well as the little crabs. So this die will cut the little crabs. And I'm wondering, I haven't seen, I think those don't look like they'll match up with any of the dies. I can maybe try this one, but I don't think, now that I say that, nope, I'm wrong. So it will cut out some of the seashells as well. So we've got this one, and I would bet, let me try this. Oh, maybe the other way? Nope. I was thinking maybe that this would cut out the little sets of things here, but it's not, doesn't seem to, at least I can't get it to work. So I don't think that die will work with the designer paper. But anyway, so yes, love that they've got the coordinating dies with the designer series paper as well. So this one's beautiful. Love the blue and kind of, I don't know, shimmery look to it. Love the back side of this one as well. I can tell that this is going to be a well-used one for me. And how cool is this? I don't know. There's something about this that I love. So, and then the back side, we've got some little seashells. This one's got a little bit of shimmer to the paper as well. So that's kind of cool. And the little stripes on it. Love the background on this one. And then this one's got some pretty seashells and the crabs and little birds, and got the gold in the background. What blue is that? Hold on, let me get the pack back here. So it depends on which blue you're looking at. The colors in it are Balmy Blue, Coastal Cabana, Mint Macaron. This is probably Night of Navy, Pool Party, and Sahara Sand. So it depends on which paper you were looking at, but I'm guessing probably Night of Navy is kind of prominent in this one. So it's beautiful paper. Love this one. I love this one. I don't know. I'm a huge sucker for anything with a wood grain on it as well. So here's another one with the little school of fish on it, and the pretty gold, the gold school of fish. Love the light colors in the background on this one. We've got a little gold touch on this. Flipping it over on the back side, and we've got the little crabs and seashells and all those little goodies. And then we've got another one that's got the kind of fan-looking seashells on it. And then this one looks like little waves, obviously. And then, oh, these are cool. I love these seashells. That is just a handful of them that are shimmery on this paper. And then flipping it over, and the back side is kind of a little more neutral. And then this one has got the kind of stripes of shimmer through it. So I'll move it around a little. Hopefully you can see that. And then flip it over to the back. And those are the little seashells. So hopefully you figured out which blue it was that I was talking about, because I'm not sure which the first one is that I showed, because I don't know, it's a big pack. So, all right. Moving on, we've got the Sweet Citrus stamp set, which has got obviously citrus images in it. So love the font and the sentiment in here. And this is one of the hybrid embossing folders. The DSP is really amazing. So beautiful, beautiful. That whole suite is fantastic. So, so we've got a hybrid embossing folder with it. So this is a Sweet Citrus hybrid embossing folder. Sometimes it's a little easier to see the embossed image as you're looking at it on here, but also pull out the embossing folder and hopefully you can see it as well. So it looks like, I don't know if it will, I should have tested some of this out. Yep. So it looks like, because this is not quite full size, if I can get it flipped around the right way, maybe. Oh, there we go. So the you can stamp the images on with this set, and then you'll be able to emboss and die cut them if you would like. So we've got the stamp set here. It's photopolymer, obviously. And then we've got the die set that coordinates with it. And this is, again, one of the hybrid embossing folders. So this die, you can actually slide into your embossing folder, and it will cut and emboss at the same time. So that's a really cool feature of the hybrid embossing folders. And then there are obviously the little flower images that you can also stamp and die cut, but those don't look like they do any of the embossing or anything like that. So, all right. See, grapefruits more than any other citrus. Yeah, I would kind of agree with you, but I think you could pretty easily stamp it as oranges and maybe lemons or limes. So I think just depending on which wedge you see, but yeah, it does definitely look like a grapefruit to me as well. All right, let me set that aside. And then we have got the Dainty Delight stamp set bundle. So this has got, again, I love the mixed fonts and the sentiment on this one, and some really pretty dainty images. So we've got the pretty floral images in this one that you can stamp and die cut, stamp color and die cut, emboss and die cut, or just stamp, whatever you want to do with it. So it's a great stamp set. And then it's the huge Dainty Delight dies. And again, naming them the same thing, so love that. So the dies, obviously the open dies are the ones that are going to cut out your stamped images. And then there are a huge amount of accessory dies in this one. So we've got greenery images, floral images. Love that little daisy looking one. There's like the half daisy, which I'm sure there's a name for it, but I don't remember it. These are the centers for your little daisy images. Little, not petals, leaves. Anyway, just a great stamp and die set. So, all right, let me set that aside. And then one of the other cool dies that we actually have is the Alphabet a la mode dies. So obviously they're backwards on here because, that's what they look like until you lay them face down to do your die cutting. But it's a cute little set of alphabet dies, and they're little skinny ones and taller. And I love that there are duplicates of several of the letters that we use pretty often, the A's, T, N's, S's. I think there are, 2 S's in it. So there's numbers in it as well. So it's a cute little die set. That way you can write out anything you want to. And I love that they're a little thinner, because sometimes when they're a little bit chunkier alphabet dies, it's harder to fit words on card fronts. But usually if you can kind of, since it's a little smaller, hopefully you'll be able to get more words on the die or on your card front. Last bundle that I've got here is the On the Farm bundle. And if you hold on for the Sale-a-bration items, you'll see there's some coordinating product in the Sale-a-bration catalog as well. So we've got the On the Farm stamp set, which has got some cute little farm animals, some cute little sentiments in it. And then there are dies, of course, to cut out all the little stamped images as well. And then there are kind of some accessory dies. So we've got little hills, a little one to cut out the kind of like a sloping hill. Got little ducks in here, a rabbit, a goose, just kind of some more solid images, pigs, cows, a little windmill. So lots of cute things. And again, your stamped images, you've got that one cuts out the silo, and we've got a little cow. The pig is in here. The pig and the baby pig are in here. So lots of great dies. Another cute little stamp set. So why don't you take bets on the Dainty? Maybe. You could be right. I don't know, Jean. So I don't know. Hard to say. So, all right. The next thing that I've got to show you is just some individual stamp sets. So this is one that you've probably already seen on my blog if you looked at over the weekend. This is one of the giveaways that we got. It's hand-drawn dots, and it's just dots. And it's a big background stamp. So, all right. You love the sheep. It is a great little stamp set. It's a lot of fun, I think. So, and then we've got the decorative borders, which I also showed on my blog this weekend. This is another one of the giveaway sets. And just, again, pretty little decorative borders. Then we've got the Best Family Ever stamp set, which has got kind of mix and match sentiments in it. It is photopolymer to make it easy to stamp, because again, if you're mixing and matching sentiments, you kind of want to be able to do that and see through it. Love that we've got some of the, you're in my thoughts, and then you can put mom or, friend or whatever it is, and you can do them in different inks, different fonts. So it's a cute little set. And then we have Kind and Sincere. This is the last of the individual stamp sets that I was able to get. This is definitely not all of the stuff in the new mini catalog. It was a very select list that we got to order from. So don't stress. There are plenty of other things in there in the catalog. This is just what we were able to pre-order. So, all right, I've got Kind and Sincere, which is one of the mixed font sets. And again, love that you can kind of mix and match your sentiment as needed. So. All right, Sale-a-bration is up next. Let me grab all those things quickly. So we'll start with the stamp sets. And again, there are more Sale-a-bration items that I wasn't able to order. They were not part of the pre-order, so there are some additional items in the Sale-a-bration brochure. So we've got the Sending Support stamp set. The first handful of things are going to be the $50 level items. So we've got this one. Again, got some good sentiments for anyone needing kind of a little, a little pick-me-up type sentiments in this one. So this is a good one. And then we have got the adorable owls, which are really adorable. They're really, really cute. It's such a sweet little set, easy to color. It's just cute. I saw a card made with a little tag on it that had the owl on it and the sentiment on it. Just put it over top of a piece of designer series paper and the card was done. So it's really, really cute. And then we've got the In the Country stamp set. So again, these are all $50 level items from the Sale-a-bration catalog. The owls are really cute. So these are pretty, vintage isn't the right term to use, but a little more realistic looking images. And I think they're really, really pretty. Again, this is going to be one of those where you can stamp and maybe do a little bit of coloring with colored pencils or something on it, and or watercolor pencils, and the card front will be all done. So a good stamp set. And then we've got a couple packs of designer series paper. So this one is the Dainty Flowers 12 by 12 designer series paper pack. The colors in it are Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Rich Raspberry, and Starry Sky. So sketched images. Yeah, I don't know. I start talking and then I can't remember anything. So thanks, Karen. So again, this is a 12 by 12 pack of paper, one of the standard packs where it's got 2 each of the pieces of designer series paper in it. So this is one of them. Flip it over here. The back side has got kind of the shades of pink and a little bit of kind of outlined looking flowers. And then we've got some of the shades of purple. Love the blue. And then we've got shades of green. And if I can get my fingers to work, flip it over. And purple polka dots, which I love those. And then here are some little frames, which this is kind of a cool paper. You can basically cut it up, use these pieces for whatever you would like on cards, and then basically cut this into rectangular shapes for your card front. I have not played around with it yet, so I don't know for sure. I don't know if the ovals will fit the oval dies that we have. I'm guessing they may be a little bit too small, but I don't know that for sure. So, all right, let me flip this over. And then this is kind of a watercolory look on the back of it. So like the DSP and the Sale-a-bration coordinates, yes, I do too. So I don't know, Carol. I actually should have pulled the dies out, but I did not think to do that when I was getting everything set up. I was just in a hurry trying to get it set up so you could see everything. So, and then this is another one of those cool papers that it's got the floral images on either side of it. So you can cut it down the middle, cut it into rectangles, and you've got card fronts super quick and easy, all done. On the back side, we've got some little greenery images, and then got some little floral images on this one. And again, another little watercolory look on the back of that. So Eden dye is maybe for the floral oval. Maybe, I don't know. So like I said, the ovals look a little bit bigger than what I think the frame florets ones are. So we'll have to see. All right. So when I told you that there was a Sale-a-bration item that coordinated with the stamp set bundle, the On the Farm stamp set bundle, here it is. So Stampin' Up! Has got Day at the Farm 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. Colors are Balmy Blue, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Pear Pizzazz, Sahara Sand, and Soft Suede are the colors in that one. And like I said, it coordinates with the little On the Farm stamp set bundle. So we've got little vegetables all over this one. On the back side, got some stripes, some little dash stripes, I guess. And then this one, how cute is that? So I don't know, I am not a scrapbooker, but I could definitely see this being used as a scrapbook page, or you could chop it up and use it as card fronts. The one thing that I think works, I think that these dies, yep, the dies, so if you did not want to use it as a scrapbook page and wanted to chop it up, the dies will cut out some of the images in here. Let's see if there are any others I think will. I'm not sure if these look a little smaller. Yep, so that one doesn't work, but the cow does. So, all right, set that aside and try not to knock the dies all over the place. But that's a cute one. Broccoli, I know, my favorite. Actually, I don't mind broccoli. Most of the vegetables on that page I don't necessarily mind. It's just the weird ones. So, all right, then we got some floral images on the back. And then we've got our little ducks and chicks and chickens. And I'm just going to see if the chicken die. Oh, if I could get any of the chickens. Yep, looks like this one will cut out. Well, maybe. I thought it would, but I don't think it's just a little bit different. So that one doesn't seem to work. Or maybe I have it backwards. Well, I don't know. I don't know which way around it's supposed to go. But it doesn't work. Regardless. Either way, it doesn't work. So I thought I just had it backwards, but all right, flip it over, and this is kind of a chicken wire on the back, and this is definitely kind of the soft suede color in that one. Then we got some little trees here, and the cows, and that's kind of cute for a background. And this one's the rolling hills, so if you want to put your farm animals, do your stamping and die cutting, go do your little farm animals all over that. Again, a little more neutral on the background, farm animals. And then this has got, I don't know, just kind of a textured look to it, soft suede kind of burlap almost look to it. And then this one is the one that I'm pretty sure the dies will cut out almost all the images in here. So we got the cow, we got the little sheep, we got the little piggy with the baby piggy. So it cuts out all of those. And is there a chicken on here? Nope, I don't see the chicken. So the dies will definitely work with some of the Designer Series paper images. So that's awesome. And backside, this is probably my favorite in the whole pack because I just love everything plaid. So there you go. So again, that is a Sale-a-bration item that's free with an order of $50 or greater, as well as the floral pack that I just showed, same way, free with an order of $50 or greater during Sale-a-bration. The next two items are free with an order of $100 or greater. So my card that I actually made, that hopefully we'll have time to get it done today, is made with the Beautifully Happy stamp set. I intentionally made it kind of a quick and easy one. So this is the stamp set. Got pretty little fonts, pretty sentiments, and again, designed for two-step stamping for quick and easy card front. So very, very pretty. Let me grab this pack of paper. This is the Dandy Designs 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. The colors are Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, and Petal Pink. So this is one of those that it's a big, big pack of paper. There are 48 sheets in it, and it's 12 by 12, so you get 4 of each of the designs. So it's a big, big pack of paper, and this one is free with an order of $100 or greater. So where did the gold? Hold on. I will, when I'm showing you how to make the card, I'll show you where the gold corners came from. So hang on. All right. So this is obviously blues and greens and a little bit of a chevron-y look to it. Backside is all greens and kind of a, I don't know, almost polka dotty look. We've got stripes here and polka dots. And this one, hopefully you can see it's kind of little hexagon images. I'll try to hold it still and hopefully the camera will pick it up. So, and then the backside is kind of your gingham look. And then we've got balmy blue polka dots. Backside is balmy blue stripes. And I know it's showing up, at least on my screen, looking a little gray. It's definitely balmy blue in person, but it's so hard with the lighting to get the colors exactly right. So balmy blue kind of, I don't know, grid paper look. And then little square, rounded squares, whatever you want to call these, dots. And Mango Melody. Got bright, again, definitely Mango Melody. I can see the color in person. It looks a little different on my screen that I'm looking at. Backside has got the little squares on it. And we got some stars and Calypso Coral. Backside is your kind of gingham look paper. And then we've got the grid paper look in the, I think it's Fresh Freesia. I can't remember what color I said it was. And then the gingham look on the back. And then this one's got the little squares on it and dots. Backside is floral. And then we've got some polka dots. I told you this is a huge pack of paper. And you get 4 of each of these sheets. So it's a huge, huge pack of paper. And then we got the little pale papaya, kind of X-looking design. Here we got some pale papaya little hexagons. Hopefully, again, I know this one, it'll be hard for the camera to pick up the design in that one. And then we've got chevron on the other side. And then the Mango Melody stars, on the back side, Mango Melody and Calypso Coral and pale papaya flowers. So that's it for my pre-order. Like I said, it was a little, we were only allowed to order a select amount of items or from a select list of items. So I didn't get to order every single thing in the catalog, but I did get a lot of it. So if that's all you're here to see, you're welcome to hop out. But I've got a little card I was going to make since it looks like I think I'll have enough time. I may have to kind of hurry towards the end of it, but I'll try to get it all done here on the screen. So the name of that designer series paper is Dandy Designs 12 by 12 designer series paper, and it is one of the Sale-a-bration items that you can get for free with a $100 order starting on the 5th of January. So, all right, so let's get going on the card. So again, a couple other things that I used on the card is I did use the Stylish Shapes dies, and these are on sale, as well as the Fabulous Frames dies. They're both on sale through the 18th of November for 20% off. So they are a great deal. So I did use the frame, and that's where the little corners came from, Darlene. So they are called Fabulous Frames, and they're in the annual catalog. And I also use the time-worn type embossing folder for the background on it. So, all right. Oh, and one other new thing. Well, we'll talk about that later. So fitting florets, I'm assuming that you all know, is going on now that Stampin' Up! Has the new dies. I did see that these gems are turned off temporarily for ordering. I don't know if that means they're gone for good, but they might be. So in the United States anyway, the gold adhesive back swirls, I couldn't get them on an order today. So I think that they're gone, but I don't know that 100% sure because they're still on the list saying they may be coming back in stock, but I kind of doubt it. And then, as you know, the seasonal sale is going on from now through the 18th of November. 10% off all punches from the annual catalog, 15% off all stamp sets from the annual catalog, except for the host ones. 20% off all annual catalog dies, 20% off all annual catalog embossing folders, and 20% off all non-specialty designer series paper from the annual catalog. So it is a great deal. It's only through the 18th, which is Friday. So make sure you're getting your orders in early. So that you can get in on all the good deals. And then to help you to get a little bit more bang for your buck, I'm actually doing double reward points for anybody that orders $50 or greater through my online store from now through the 21st. So my double points goes a little bit longer than the sale does, but so just so you know, got that going on as well. With my reward points, you get 1 point for every $50 increment that you order. And then with double points, you're going to get 2 points for every $50 increment that you order. And then once you collect 8 points, you get a free $40 order of your choice from me. So, all right, enough about all that. Let's get going on the card. All right, so I embossed a panel of basic white cardstock with the time-worn type embossing folder. And this panel is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we're going to adhere it to the front of a thick basic white card base. The card base is cut to 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 5.5. If you do not love the top fold cards like I do, you can definitely use this same card front with, or the same card design with a standard book fold card, which is the 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4.25 card. All right, just adhering that to the card fronts. Again, with multi-purpose liquid glue. What do I have next? Then I have got a piece of basic white cardstock that we're going to do a little bit of stamping. So this is that image from the Beautifully Happy stamp set, and I've got Evening Evergreen ink. This is one of the Sale-a-bration items, so this is one that you can get for free with an order of $100 or greater starting on January 5th. So let me stick this down here, and we're just stamping it on a piece of basic white cardstock. Hey, Jamie, thanks for hopping in. I already ran through all the stuff that I got, so you missed that part. But I'm here showing you, playing with some new goodies. All right, and then I've got a couple of the inside pieces of the flowers. So, hey, Deborah, glad you're here as well. So, and then I've got Pale Papaya and Mary Ellen as well. Thanks for joining from Montana. Pale Papaya ink, and stamping that hopefully right over the top of my outline image. I think I got it on there. And so again, super simple stamping. That's what I love about this stamp set. It's really easy to use. And then we've got the leaf image and soft succulent ink that we're going to be stamping the little leaves in over the top of the lined image, which was stamped in Evening Evergreen, if I forgot to say that, which I probably did. All right. So, hey, Linda, glad you're joining. So, all right. And then I've got, there's a little kind of, I don't know, greenery piece up here at the top that is also included in the stamp set. And we are going to hopefully stamp that right here over the top. There we go. I got it a little bit off-centered, but, you know, that happens. So, all right. And then I've got the flower center that I'm going to stamp in Daffodil Delight ink. And then, again, this is all part of that same Beautifully Happy stamp set, which I love. Love that it's photopolymer because this is my kind of stamping, which is super quick and easy. All right, next up, I'm going to grab the Fabulous Frames dies, and I'm going to cut this image with this die. And it doesn't need to be cut any particular way. Just make it look how you want it to look inside the frame. That's the one nice thing about being able to stamp and then die cut later is that you can kind of wiggle stuff around. So I would have to agree by about 1,000, Jean, that two-step stamping is way faster than coloring, particularly for me. So stamping is super easy, just boom, boom, done. All right, so I'm going to run this through the die cutting machine. I'll be back in 1 second. All right, and we're left with 2 pieces because this obviously cuts out the frame. It cuts out the inside and the outside of the frame. And I'm going to take the inside piece of the frame that I've done the stamping on, and we're going to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on it. And then we're going to center it on the card front. And I'm going to set it down on here where I think it's centered at before I actually push it down. And then I'm going to grab my frame and bring it back in and just sort of make sure that as I'm layering it over the top that it appears to be straight and fairly centered before I smash down the background, just because I want to try to make sure that my frame is on there straight. All right. So then I'm going to take the frame off, and then we're going to push down and make sure this is stuck well to the card front. So if I didn't say hello, Carol, I'm not, I don't know for sure if I said hi or not. So, and then I need my scissors. Hold on. Just when I think I'm organized, then I realize I've forgotten half my stuff. So I cut my dimensionals in half, and that works particularly well for this frame because it's a little bit skinnier. So I cut them in half right down the center of the Stampin' Dimensional, and I'm just going to stick a bunch of these along the edges of the frame. You can also use the foam adhesive strips, but the foam adhesive strips are a little thicker than the Stampin' Dimensionals are, so I didn't want it as thick. So that's why I went with Stampin' Dimensionals. Whoop, I got that one hanging off the edge. Instead of the foam adhesive strips, but if you prefer those, you can certainly use those. I just thought these worked, that were the thickness that I wanted them to be, so that's why I used them. But you can use whatever you prefer for to stick your frame on. All right, now I've got to pick out about 1 billion of these little backs, and I'll try not to have them stuck all over me in the card by the time I get done, but they probably will be both. So, all right, maybe I can get them picked off here. There we go. Moving along, almost there. I promise. How exciting to watch dimensional backings be picked off. So, come on. One more. There we go. Whew, done. All right, slide the card back over, and then I'm just going to, see, I told you I'd have them stuck all over everything. I'm just going to come back here and try to line up over the top. Oop, that's not right. Good thing I didn't smush it down. As I said, come back here, line up over the top. There we go, that's looking a little bit better. And put my frame on here. All right, so we got our framing all done on it. The next thing I did is I cut from, oh golly, the name of it is metallic, brushed metallic cardstock. The name of it flew right out of my head. I'm like, what in the world is the name of that? This is the lighter gold color in that pack. At least in my opinion, it's lighter gold color. I don't know for sure what it officially is called. I call it the lighter gold color. And yes, I'm using liquid glue, which is not my favorite adhesive, but it is what I found that worked fairly well to adhere these on, because it gave me a little chance to wiggle them around, make sure they were in the right spot. And I'm just going to use that to adhere all 4 of the corners on. So these were cut again with the Fabulous Frames dies. So it's all part of that same die set, the one that I cut the frame with. And again, they're on sale through the 18th for 20% off. So it's a really great deal. So, oh, thanks so much, Deb. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're liking it. It's a super quick and simple card. And I went super quick and simple knowing that my order would probably be here. So I was trying to think of what I could get done and not be... not have you sitting here on hold and on live forever and ever. So, all right, let me get the last one stuck on here. And I probably won't do the inside of the card just because I'm getting down there on time and I need to go get my daughter. So, but I'll show you what I did on the inside once we get the outside all done. Next up is I'm going to add a little strip of the Pale Papaya ribbon, and this is the 3/8 inch open weave ribbon that's in the annual catalog, and I'm just going to make a little V with it, and just grab I remembered them today, Karen, ribbon scissors, and we're going to fold it in half, make the little V, and I can always trim the V down a little bit if I decide it's too long once I get it stuck on here. So I've got that stuck on, and then we're going to stamp the sentiment and die cut it. Got a piece of basic white cardstock here, and Evening Evergreen ink, and Sending Happy Thoughts is the stamp set on the sentiment that I'm using. And I stuck my finger in the ink, of course. Evening Evergreen, just stamping it on basic white cardstock. I'm going to grab the Stylish Shapes dies, and again, these are on sale for 20% off through the 18th, so don't forget, go get them. If you don't have them, go get them. And then I'm going to die cut that, and I'll be right back. So again, I'll be off screen for a second. My voice will be a little bit further away. Hopefully I'll get this die cut. Come on. All right, got that done. We'll just add a couple Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of it. I'm going to try to make sure that I put my Stampin' Dimensionals, a couple of them towards the outside, simply because I want to make sure that they're not only stuck on the ribbon, because the ribbon may not hold very well if the sentiment gets, tugged on, knocked off, whatever. So I don't want the whole thing to come apart because I didn't stick it down very well with the Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm going to come over here, slide this on over the top of my ribbon. And again, Stampin' Dimensionals. I may trim this up just a little bit shorter because I'm not sure that I love it hanging out that far off the bottom of the frame. Whoop, there we go. I think the other one looks all right. Okay. Last thing that I did, and I forgot to show you these when I was showing you new things. So we've got some pastel adhesive back sequins, and they come in 2 sizes. It's gold, petal pink, and balmy blue is maybe the other color. I think that's what it is. But they are in one of the suites in the new catalog, the new mini catalog. They're in with the Valentine's stuff. There's a Valentine's suite. And unfortunately, the rest of it I couldn't order, but I did get these as part of my prize patrol, so I was able to use those on the card front. And that's it. So super simple. Hopefully you like it. So this is the card I made ahead of time. I'll show you the inside of it. I'm not going to stamp it here because I do need to run out. But the inside of it, I just stamped. Again, these are all images and sentiments from that same Beautifully Happy stamp set. Same colors that I used on the outside. Just stamped the colors, stamped the inside of it on a piece of basic white cardstock and adhered it together with some Stampin' Seal. So that's it for today. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing all the new stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the new card, or seeing a card made with the new stuff, I should say, not the new card. So let me know if you have any questions about anything. I'll be posting all the details for this card on my blog tomorrow, which is stampwithamyk.com, and I'll link it up in the description of the video so you'll be able to see all the details, all the cardstock cuts, and all the good stuff about it tomorrow on my blog. So thanks again for joining me today. I appreciate you being here. I'll plan to be live on my YouTube channel over on Friday around 2 o'clock Eastern Time, and then back here on Facebook Live around 2 o'clock Eastern Time next week, Tuesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will chat soon.